humor him, but
your dad like suicidal or something?
He's an old guy. He's an old guy. Yeah, whatever. He likes his wine. He doesn't pay attention. That's fine.
That's all right.
Yeah. All right.
I'm really sorry. I said your dad was suicidal. It was a bad joke.
That's okay. Anyway, good afternoon.
Anyway, 9/11. Let's cheer people up.
Yeah.
You're already guaranteed that you're going to get banned from Discord at the end of the month.
Yeah, I know. Pretty much, yeah.
Why am I going to get banned from Discord? All I've said is nigger and faggot.
Okay. Anyway.
Well, that disprove the point, Pipe.
Let's
disprove the point.
Let's
by
get
proving
a sophisticated
anyway,
stream, okay?
Let's get going.
Hawk's way of disproving a point.
Good afternoon, or rather good evening. Welcome to Smudcast number 484, The Myth of Heroic Masculine Purpose. Oh my God, it's as like he knows the understanding of humanity to the point of a gender, and he can just figure out what the focus of the male gender is all about via watching James Bond and a bunch of other superhero films and who knows what else. Oh God. Mm-hmm. So this is from Like Stories of Old, has about, 500,000 subs. This came out last month, and it's got 114,000 views. 10,000 upvotes, 343 downvotes. Seems to be popular. It is a 33-minute long video. I only watched a few minutes worth. It's a bit pompous. It's a bit grandiose. I don't like that style of video making, but maybe we could just watch through it and not have anything to say. Who knows? We'll find out. But I don't know anything about this guy. But it's their typical high-quality long video about men. So
this kind of style only really works if the point they make is actually solid.
It would be nice if the argument makes sense right off the bat, and then they just show detail as they go, like an essay. Mm-hmm. But
that'll
at least make up for him overextending a bit.
Yeah. So
why does it make sense?
What is the myth of heroic masculine purpose?
I think it's to help the tribe to conquer women and to slaughter your enemies, something like, or find the secret of steel.
So the barbarian age.
Yeah,
sure.
I don't know, some sort of
and the lamentation of the women.
Fight for Crom. Yeah, I don't know, something like that.
I love the way that
to build a house, plant a tree, and father a son.
Yeah.
I like the way that everyone just went, subjugate women and defeat your enemies are barbarians. I'm like, the 1940s? So,
1940s.
Yeah, still exactly the same. It's literally the 21st century, but when men, you know what women want is for you to be incredibly gay and unmasculine. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say if you look at the credits this guy uses, I mean, this is immediately going to be flagged by God knows how many copyright. There's about 30 or 40 references to media. So everywhere from 300 to The Wolf of Wall Street to John Wick, just all over the place. So
whoa, what really?
Just this thumbnail right here is going to get copyrighted.
Yeah, then there's the music, which is who knows what copyright that is. I don't even know these guys, but I'm assuming it's also copyrighted.
Is he playing full scenes to display his point, or what's he doing?
I hope it's to show his points, because otherwise we're gonna get screwed while he's defining.
Yeah, he's also including
a scene from that movie.
He's also including Tenet, which I don't think is a very effective form of storytelling for anyone, but apparently that's what he's doing.
But then again, Christopher Nolan is supposed to be really good at storytelling, and I'm yet to find a movie where I can say, you know what, this is really good storytelling.
Yeah, well, he has his moments, just not in an entire film. So sad.
Yeah, he has his moments, but I've still not seen one of them yet.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Okay, Hawk.
Anyway.
What do you mean? What? Name actually one good story that he made.
Batman.
No.
Yeah, that got ruined by Dark Knight Rises. Good luck.
And also, if you actually start looking at Dark Knight, it's literally the fact that you're so mesmerized by Heath Ledger's performance, you don't notice all the actual flaws. And Batman Begins, you can find plenty of flaws in that as well. So, hit me with another one, Eric. Go on.
It's okay. It's all right. We don't have to go that route. This is a long video, so.
Okay.
we may as well get started. All right, 33 minutes. Oh boy, Sunday. Ugh.
There is a fine line between heroic purpose and grandiosity, between serving others and serving ourselves. How do we know if we are really acting to better the world around us?
Is he doing a voice?
No.
Is that?
He's a European.
It sounds like he took some sleeping pills.
Is this his actual dialect?
Yeah.
I like purpose.
Purpose is good.
I mean, I apologize. Like it is like it's offensive.
We must live to
Mark,
sell.
are you a racist?
Am I doing things
Yes.
for the better of humanity by selling shoes? I don't know.
Judge, way to go! Your Arnold
What
impression.
just happened?
I'm sorry. I didn't
Way
get
to go,
enough
Smud! Your
sleep.
Arnold impression turned off the video.
What just happened?
What is
What?
this?
Whoa!
I don't know
What
either.
the hell?
What?
Try this again.
Okay.
Oh, we're 3 minutes.
Line between heroic
Okay.
What? What's going on?
Anyway, here we go.
purpose
What's
and grandiosity, between serving others and serving ourselves. How do we know if we are really acting to better the world around us, or merely to inflate our own ego?
What if a child dreamed of becoming something other than what society had intended? What if a child aspired to something greater?
Then you become something else entirely.
Which is?
Legend, Mr. Wayne.
I don't think this is enough
Stop.
for the distortion.
Can I also say, does anyone else hate it when people in movies just mumble really fucking
Yes,
quietly?
I
stuff?
hate it because the
Yes.
music is
It's
just
like-
making it so difficult to hear the dialogue.
You become something.
I keep
Sorry, what was
complaining
that?
this about American cinema. It's always
Yeah.
the dialogue is super low in volume and everything else is super loud.
Ever since like the 21st century, yes. Like
Yeah.
before that, like they knew how to mix audio, and suddenly like something happened. Hans Zimmer arrived in the room.
Okay, well,
No, I'm serious. Like,
Hans
ever
Zimmer
since
ruined
he
cinema.
started like composing that garbage that he's calling music, like there are like these very bad audio mixing practices that like the dialogue needs to be very low and the music has to be like 80% louder than everything else. I hate it.
all right.
Like the bass is just so loud I can't hear anything.
Yeah, here's great, Scott. Thank you. That title is the most egregious thing I've seen today, and I've seen a lot of egregious things today. I'd rather not get big boned in By Bertha as Superman. Get me Cavill. That isn't something that we should idolize and strive towards as a species. Well, we don't know what this guy's going to be talking about, but I don't think it's becoming By Bertha'd
I'm kind of scared, you know.
or whatever that we refer to being big boned. But yeah, no, this is one of those like, are you doing the right thing in your life? Is life meaningful to you today?
How can we benefit humanity?
I think we can summarize Mark's and my complaint into: if you don't think your dialogue is relevant anyway, just make the movie without it,
Yes.
like Wall-E.
Or better yet, Wes, just don't make the movie.
Don't make the movie. Yes.
Don't make the movie, yes.
Oh, thank God there are subtitles.
Yes. Oh, there are?
Just
Oh, is
make
that-
it like
Yes.
just like it like a perfume advertisement.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I have been
Zack
watching the
Snyder's
subtitled
perfume.
anime, so I know how to adjust to it.
All right. Let's keep going.
Ow.
Is that
Though
James?
certainly not an exclusively male issue, in so many of our stories there is a specific type of heroism that is generally associated with men, or at the very least is generally seen as a masculine trait. For the purpose of this video, let's call it the myth of heroic masculine purpose, a specific set of characteristics and beliefs regarding masculinity and morality that is not only repeated throughout countless popular stories, but that has also seeped into the ideological structures of many male-dominated subcultures, and has undoubtedly affected the private minds of many men, myself included. On the surface, this is no surprise, because, as we shall discuss, it has some genuinely inspirational qualities. It promotes virtue, and offers the kind of meaning that so many men today seem to desire. But there's a dark side to it as well, one that is all too often and all too easily overlooked. One that turns service into selfishness, purpose into delusion, and responsibility into detachment. And given how, according to the analytics, 85% of my audience is male anyways, I figured I'd make one for the boys. So men, let's gather around. Let's take...
Did you say manlets?
Men. He didn't say menlets, but
so
he's doing a Serge Tankin impression.
Yeah, so manlets gather around. I was like, uh-oh, that's not good. Anyway.
Yeah, but
is he sexist right now?
You also had 0.1% user-specified sex.
Yeah, well. Some of us don't really give a shit.
So, I like that it's so low.
The thing is, as well, I also enjoy the fact that he used Tyler Durden and this idea of heroic masculine. You know that evil figment of someone's imagination. Just yeah.
But he has muscles and he beats people up. That's heroic, right?
Yes.
I mean,
when I think of heroes, I go Batman, Captain America, Tyler Durden.
Is he trying to say that we think it's heroic?
No one thinks it's heroic.
I wonder who's supposed to go out on the big hunt in ancient times and wrestle the mammoth. Is it going to be the women? The overweight, plump women that had 5 children?
Yes, they called.
No, it's going to be the tranny.
They went.
Anyway,
No,
I don't think they had the means back then.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. One axe slip and Ugnog becomes.
They didn't even exist back then.
Anyway.
That doesn't work. Doesn't work that way.
Let's keep going.
They always existed.
Let's get to the point. Get to the point. Let's go.
Yeah, guys.
Our heroic masculine purpose. What is it? What does it really communicate to us? And how do we let it shape our connection with the world, for better and for worse? Let's take a look at Part 1, The Man of Heroic Masculine Purpose. I was
the
a
Man of
teenager
Masculine.
when Casino Royale came out,
Yeah.
and right from the opening set piece, it was clear that we were dealing with a new type of Bond. Gone was Mr. Gentleman. This was a pure weapon for blunt force trauma. For me though, the real character-defining moment for this 007 came right here. A terrorist tries to blow up an airplane, but Bond chases after him and, with little regard to his own life and body, manages to stop him in the nick of time. He gets out of the truck and is immediately beaten down by the police, who see him as the perpetrator. Yet he doesn't protest, he doesn't say anything, he doesn't have to, because to him, there's only one thing that matters. He won.
No, he knows that if they take him into a cell, MI5 will know and get him out.
Oh. Also, he also has the guy. He's also attached the bomb to the guy, so he knows the guy's going to blow up. That's why. My God.
Yeah, and he's also not a jogger. He understands that if he would fight the police trying to detain him right now, he would be headshot.
I think the way he's framing this is a bit too broad. Like the hero of masculine purpose. It's like the hero has a purpose in the story by virtue of the thing he has to do.
Also, it's his job to stop stuff.
Yeah, this is why they are the 00 series of spies. They do crazy stuff. They kill people, and they're allowed to do so. So.
Pierce Brosnan, one of the suave James Bonds, drives a tank through St. Petersburg. Yeah, because
that was awesome.
That was fun.
Awesome. Because he got not a single speck of soot on his perfect suit.
Yeah.
Yes.
You also got to play through that in the remake of the original game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but that's also like okay, and there's this one's just grittier because it's a bit more violent. But that's to say that it was just a suave gentleman. It's like Daniel Craig can still do suave stuff. Yeah. Daniel Craig is still suave in a lot of the James Bond movies. I mean, I can't say anything for Spectre or No Time to Fail. I mean, No Time to Die. Because I just didn't care to watch them because I'd kind of grown bored of the Daniel Craig James Bonds.
It worked in Casino Royale.
Yeah, it worked in Casino Royale. I mean, but...
Well, that's why people looked at Pierce Brosnan. As much as some of the films weren't that good, he sort of encapsulated all the flavors of Bond in his own format. So,
but there's still a reason why GoldenEye is the most famous, one of the most famous Bond movies.
Yeah, I guess it's Bond encapsulates many things of the spy action adventure story, and it's why it's been around for so long. It's cool. It's fun to watch. It's not too complicated. It's exciting. There's all this wonderful gadgetry. There's all these wonderful chase scenes. They do a very good job.
And if it isn't a little bit cheesy, then it's not really Bond.
It's
I also remember like, even with the Pierce Brosnan Bonds, when people talk about how goofy it was, people seem to forget about the North Korean torture stuff that Pierce Brosnan Bond goes through in the last movie.
Yeah, that's why Brosnan is he's the full gamut of Bond. Even I like Timothy Dalton the best, just because I like that flavor of Bond personally. But I have to admit that Brosnan did everything. So.
Yeah, but what I mean is, when everyone looks at that last movie, it's like, oh, we always remember the the parasurfing on the ice thing, and everyone goes, oh, it's silly. Yet they forget the first bit where Bond is literally captured, tortured, has PTSD, and is like, you betrayed, Britain betrayed me, and all this sort of stuff, and it's like, yeah, that's actually kind of like harshness, and when he realizes he will just be, if he fails, he'll be just like cast away. Everything like that.
All right.
But people are like, "Oh, well, it's goofy." So.
Yeah, there's always a little bit of comedy here and there. That's great. That's why Bond films are still, even if you don't like them, like people don't like Quantum of Solace. I actually do. As bizarre as some of those elements are, it's still fun to watch. Like, it's not gonna bore you. So anyway,
it's less bad than Spectre.
It's less bad, yeah. Great, Scott. Thanks for the one. Is this guy doing ASMR for the SJWs listening to as they fall asleep as some kind of hypnotherapy? I don't know. This is how he talks. We don't know yet. Anyway.
Also, side note: Brosnan was the first one to get a video game.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Alrighty.
What a Chad.
There you go.
Well, I understand double O's have a very short life expectancy, so your mistake will be short-lived.
Daniel Craig's James Bond wasn't just a grittier, more brutish version of the ones that came before. He was a distillation of the very essence of the character, a man completely devoted to the singular higher purpose of protecting our world. Everything else came secondary, even his own life.
People need dramatic examples to shake them out of apathy, and I can't.
I'm sorry, we can't go from that to Batman. It's just...
No.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
I don't think...
They're the same character.
I don't think Bond is going to risk his life just because Queen and Country is good to him. There's reasons why he jumps into a plane and does stuff.
Also, in the Daniel Craig series, he retires twice.
Yeah.
Twice. He runs away twice.
He is a soldier. I mean... He's trained to be this way, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
it's not like you learn this on your own self-will. I mean,
yeah, but guys, he got shot off a train, and instead of like returning, just disappeared and was drinking shots with scorpions on his hands.
Yeah,
doesn't sound like he's it's only the job.
Are you talking about Skyfall?
Like, yeah. And then in No Time to Die, he's retired again.
Yes. Didn't he retire in Casino Royale, like the end of it?
Yeah.
And then, like, also, he was presumed to be dead.
People say Solid Snake retires too much.
And I think in Quantum of Solace, he's not even working for MI5 in Quantum of Solace. He's literally MI6. Sorry, they're both exactly the fucking same. I don't care. But he's not even working.
Cock, you're from there.
No.
I'm from Britain.
Well, I am, but I'm not having respect for him. But in Quantum of Solace, he's like on a revenge mission because what happened to what's the woman called? Is it Vesta?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's not the job. It's just him having revenge and all this sort of stuff. And Skyfall isn't him really working with MI12 or whatever.
Coming out of retirement, right?
Like, yeah, it's because
he's kind of washed up. I think that was the idea.
Yeah, and then Spectre is just, I don't know, I never watched it.
I don't know what that movie is.
No Time to Die is, I I don't know. He dies anyway, so fuck it. It doesn't really matter what he does in it. Because, I don't know, there's a black woman now. Or
Whoa,
something.
spoilers!
I don't care. If you don't want to hear spoilers, watch the movie.
Spoiler alert, black woman? What?
Anyway.
Really?
Yes, human.
Yeah, we're fine.
James Bond dies, the end of no time to die. So.
Let's keep going.
Can't do that as Bruce Wayne.
Around that same time, we were also presented with Iron Man and Christopher Nolan's Batman, which...
Did you say Iron Man?
Nolan's Batman came first.
Iodine Man? What did you say? What element did you say?
I went Ironing Man. I went, laundromat today.
Laundromat?
Also, we only got a cover comic book heroes for this.
No.
Well, he's
got, for the record, Nolan's Batman came first.
Yeah, no, exactly.
He's got dozens of films he put into this video, so...
okay.
Yeah, there's Fight Club and Daredevil, Rambo, all kinds. Anyway.
Besides pretty much jump-starting the superhero craze we're still experiencing today, gave my teenage self two more heroic men to look up to. Both saw evil in the world and both took it upon themselves to do something about it with an almost obsessive dedication.
Wait, both are evils in the world?
No, they saw it as a challenge to get rid of evil.
Oh, right, sorry. I was just assuming that he was going to say 2 billionaires are evils. Yeah. Sorry, carry on.
There is nothing except this. There's no art opening. There is no benefit. There is nothing to sign. Here's the next mission. And nothing else.
There are, of course, many other stories with male heroes like these, but to me, these were the purest embodiments of the man with heroic masculine purpose, a man of absolute responsibility.
Wait, how?
What?
No, I mean, I like Iron Man, but no offense, but he makes mistakes a lot of the time.
He's such a guy, though.
That's kind of the point of him. He fucks up and then he tries to atone for it, but the damage is still done.
Is he just talking about determination?
I don't know.
I don't. Tony Stark and purity would ever be in the same sentence.
This is the problem with trying...
Did he forget?
No. You're using the words differently than he does.
Well, this is the
problem. I think he just means determination.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm using purity in what it's meant to mean.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't mean purity of character. I think he means just this one virtue.
Yeah, he's trying to define or associate masculinity with these specific stories of these specific plots by these characters, and you're like, okay, yeah, they are guys, they are male, but that's not inherently.
So why is being in a mechanical suit masculine?
Yeah, I know. I have no idea.
Okay, it's like right.
Is it about the suit?
The best we can do is talk about...
Did he make it about the suit?
Well, okay. Well, the best we can do is talk about stats regarding people's interest in certain topics when they go to school, when they take jobs. And men like things, women like people in general.
Yes.
And we have lots of stats to back that up. So if you want to call that the male persona, fine. Yeah. But it doesn't have to be. You can have a bunch of women doing this. It doesn't make a difference to the story. So is it more believable? I'd say so. Is it more acceptable? Of course, we all see the heroes as heroic. We don't care if they're male or female. So good for being accurate. Good for being popular, I guess. Anyway, Senator Armstrong. Hey, thanks for the one. A Jarvis scan for a father figure. I have found none, sir. He is completely fatherless. Oh. Oh, wow.
Nanomachine, son.
Yeah, my dad was.
Is that when he scans Black Panther?
Oh boy, that's lots of father figures there. Okay. Anyway, 4 minutes in.
Responsibility. One who is willing to carry the heaviest burden and to make the ultimate sacrifice in the service of others and for the good of the world.
You don't owe these people anymore. You've given them everything.
Shut up, selfish woman.
He has all the best parts of the Gospel of Jordan Peterson.
What?
Wait, what?
Okay, we just went from like 0 to the lobsters very quickly.
Whisp, what? Do you want to translate this?
You want to take?
What does Jordan Peterson have to do with it?
The heaviest...
Is Whisp Jordan Peterson secretly?
What?
Is he a superhero?
So Jordan is big on myth and symbolism and what it means to be responsible. That's his whole shtick for men. It's a good lesson for men to learn.
I love the way that Jordan Peterson says men should be responsible. Leftist, no. It's like, oh, okay, you can just.
Have we established that this guy is a leftist?
Yeah, he's a liberal. Well, no,
because right now we're just shitting on him on principle, and I don't think he offers that so far.
Jordan,
holy shit! No, what I'm saying is most people's opinion who are on the left of Jordan Peterson is literally like all he's saying is these scientific things, and then he's like, "Oh, men should be like responsible and all this stuff," and leftists are like, "No." I'm not saying this guy's a leftist. Yeah, no. I'm just saying. The general responses.
They made Jordison Red Skull, remember?
Yeah. But that's what I mean. It's like all because it's like he's trying to get people clean your room. Cleaning your room is actually a right wing. Yeah. Oh my fucking god.
Good old Giordano.
Yeah. The maiden butler of the house. Here we go.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Adolf Peterson.
Jordan really doesn't think politically, but he does have political leanings. I think he said he was a classical liberal, but that doesn't mean anything to anyone these days because liberalism is God knows what anymore. So this is just him finding something popular and talking about it and saying, hey, Jordan Peterson talks about masculinity. Let's bring that up.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. All right. Cool.
You can conceive of that you might be able to move because it gives your life nobility and purpose.
He is David Data's superior man, a man whose mission is always his first priority, who is connected to the world with his very core, thereby generating a passion that also happens to make him a ravishing lover. It is interesting to consider how these particular men are all men of high status and wealth. Tony Stark and Bruce Wayne are both billionaires, and while James Bond may not have such extravagant capital, he has nevertheless always been an icon of style and luxury. Even in Casino Royale, where Daniel Craig gave us a Bond who is more rough around the edges, and who doesn't care if his martini is shaken or stirred, he can still assimilate himself to the so-called...
yeah, that was bad.
Doesn't he actually say he wants it stirred?
Yes, he says it like that. I know where this guy comes from.
It's like the famous line, right?
I thought so.
Yeah. That's the line.
So he does care. No, he did. What the hell? Let me rewind that. What the hell, dude?
Really? Okay.
Royale, where Daniel Craig gave us a Bond who is more rough around the edges, and who doesn't care if his martini is shaken or stirred.
So he got this wrong. So
I also like the fact he called him Daniel Craig.
Just his
Daniel
accent.
Craig.
Right. I can forgive the accent. It's all right. He's not like
make fun of white people.
He's not like V from Romania. I can't understand a thing he's saying, but you know.
Why would you have the super high class casino and a bottle of Jägermeister?
This is a good point.
That absolute garbage.
You'll be surprised. Jaeger's becoming quite popular.
Oh, really?
Dude, it's an export product. Germans don't drink it as much as you think. It's mainly drunk in the US. We hate this stuff. We have much better herbal schnapps.
Listen. I don't
Jägermeister.
All the pills
I just deliver it. I don't drink it. All I'm saying is a lot of places are buying it.
That reminds me.
Yeah, I know.
I gotta go get some pills.
I know it's an export product. It's just bullshit.
Go to Prague.
Go to Prague and get the real Pilsner. No, is it?
To the Red Rose Mansion.
Is it Munich? I can't remember where it's from. I think it's Czech, but I can't remember. Anyway.
Oh,
I'll probably check if it's Pilsner.
Does Hungary have herbal schnapps?
Yes, we have our version.
Good stuff?
If we can say we have Auschwitz.
I don't drink heavy stuff.
Just said.
Do we have our own version of Auschwitz?
My grandpa likes it, though.
Auschwitz? Why would you like that? Jesus Christ, man.
No.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
That's from the Czech Republic. Yes, it was. Okay, great. Let's go.
He can still assimilate himself to the so-called high life if he wants to.
Dry martini.
Oui, monsieur.
Wait. 3 measures of Gordon's, 1 of vodka, half a measure of quinoa lily. Shake it over ice, and then add a thin slice of lemon peel.
Oh, so he is articulate about like how he wants it.
Yeah, he wants it shaked.
He doesn't care. Now here's a clip of him ordering it shaken.
Yeah.
Okay.
So shaken, not stirred. This is the wrong way to order a martini because you have to be nice to your gin. It destroys if you shake it too much, it's going to destroy the mix. People who like gin or like vodka know this, but I don't really care. I don't really drink gin or vodka. But this is Bond. This is the classic line from Bond. Why he screwed that up, I don't know, but okay, fine.
Is de-romanticization a word in the English language?
Yes, that is a word.
I guess, yeah. I haven't heard it used.
Well, it's a collection of letters that make something of a word.
Yeah, you could put D anything, like decalcified or
series of characters.
Yeah.
D's nuts.
You can't D-nut something. No, sorry.
I-J.
Well, it's very easy. You just need a nutcracker.
Yeah, but no, that's making nuts. You're not eating the shells. You're adding nuts to something. Yeah. You would be taking the nuts out of, like, say, I don't know, a walnut pesto sauce. You just take the nuts out for some dumb reason. I don't know. Why'd you go through the effort of putting nuts in it? Because you have, like, an annoying child who, I don't like walnuts. Man, it's like, are you retarded? Eat your damn nuts. It's good for you.
I love gold.
Can someone make that meme now?
What? What, Smud just
Smud yelling at a kid. Are you retarded? Eat your damn nuts.
They're nuts. They're good for you. It's a food group. Go for it.
Well, now Eric's banned too.
Who would refuse nuts?
I can't Seriously. Have cashews. I'm actually allergic to them.
Some people are allergic to certain nuts. It's
Can
true.
you be allergic to cashews?
I don't see why not. Yeah, it's the same.
They're not even nuts. They're beans.
Really?
Oh,
right.
Maybe that's why.
Anyway.
Beans.
Or was it peanuts that were beans?
What? No. Stop.
No.
Peanuts aren't beans.
Anyway, back to Bond. Back to Bond.
Are you calling me a beaner?
Back to Bond being part of the 1%.
And a sort of de-romanticization of the Bond character, but actually it only emphasized what makes him such an effective embodiment of heroic masculine purpose. For it demonstrated.
Yes, that's so heroic. Throwing someone through a window.
Throwing a black man through a window, yeah.
Based.
Oh boy!
Why do these people never look at the imagery they show while talking?
So he's demonstrated that he not only has wealth, status, style, and reputation. Yes, he's Bond. We get it.
Yeah, but it's like this heroic man throwing a black man through a window. It's like, oh, okay. I know the guy's a baddie, but it's still one of those things which is a bit like, oh, I don't expect my hero to throw someone through a window.
Yeah, you need the scene where Brosnan kills that chick, that Russian chick or whatever.
Oh,
yes, with the tree.
Natalia?
Is it Natalia?
Oh no, what's her name? It's the one who kills people by crushing them with her thighs.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, with a helicopter, she gets crushed. Oh, what's her name? Isn't his witty one line? She always did like a bit of a squeeze or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it was a great line. It was just fun. Like, yeah, he kills people all kinds of areas and places.
He also kills that woman. In which one is it? In
oh, you won't kill me. You love me, or some bullshit. And he's like, yeah.
Yeah, just shoots her. Yeah, you'll miss me, and he goes shoots. He goes, no. It's like, oof. Oh, okay.
I never miss, or something like that.
Yeah, I never miss. It's like, oof.
Yeah.
Bond, the body's not even cold yet.
Yeah, he's great. Here's Giggle Chad. Oh, great, Giggle Chad. I think Jordan is a classical liberal in the sense that he's a laissez-faire person politically. And he's against authoritarianism in all its forms. Also, anyone who complains of toxic masculinity never had a father figure. He hasn't said the word yet. I'm very thankful to him for that. So, we'll see.
He quoted Jordan Peterson, so I doubt he's gonna say it.
Yeah, well.
Yes,
is Jordan Peterson a myth?
Yes.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Jordan Peterson is the embodiment of the hero's journey.
Oh.
And peanuts, it was peanuts that are beans.
Oh, God.
Yeah, thank you, Whisp. That's great trivia.
Oh, really?
Not
okay.
only
Our
has
peanuts
wealth,
be.
status, style, and reputation, he also has no attachment to it. To him, all these things are trivial in the context of his mission, of his highest purpose. The same goes for Tony Stark and Bruce Wayne. Both of them have it all.
Maybe it's because they both have it all. They don't care for it anymore. I don't know. There's lots of reasons. Who cares?
Well, I mean, Bruce Wayne lost his parents.
My empire of the...
So did Tony Stark. What's your point?
Yeah,
it's not like they're not capable of earning this.
Yeah, it's like you go through your garage of exotic cars. You're like, yeah, whatever. I'm a billionaire. I can buy this all tomorrow if I wanted to, or sell it all. Like, it's like, yeah, whatever. They're rich. Fine, whatever.
It's just fun metal at that point.
Yeah.
Both of them couldn't really care less, and would sacrifice it all without blinking if need be, thereby once more proving that they are absolutely committed to their heroic masculine.
No, dude, what the hell? How does that connect? They have wealth, they don't care for it, and they would sacrifice all their wealth because of their heroic masculine purpose? What?
No.
Well, I mean, they really need their wealth in order to operate.
Yes.
Batman would not be Batman without his toys and his car and all this other stuff. He'd just be a detective on the street.
No, not just his toys, those wonderful toys.
Yeah, but this
is kind of the point of Iron Man 3 where he didn't have his equipment.
He didn't even have his armor for half the movie.
Yeah,
so it's like,
which proves that he could just start from scratch again. So he could sacrifice it all if he's put before some magical choice in order to save the girl.
Yeah, doesn't.
But he can. These people are so capable that they can just build up from scratch again.
Yeah, doesn't Tony Stark give it all up for the person he loves?
Mm-hmm. No.
At the end, like in Iron Man 3?
Yeah, but he
did
out of his extra suits.
No, but that's the old suits. He still keeps making new suits. All he really does is take the shrapnel out of his heart.
Also, doesn't
because he's still Iron Man at the end of the day.
Yeah,
but doesn't Bruce Wayne lose all the stuff in Dark Knight Rises? Because Bane literally
all of it.
He technically does.
Yeah.
He's still wearing the suit.
Yeah.
In his leg brace.
Yeah.
And my axe.
Then we have Superman who loses the love of his life and he goes crazy. So there's plenty of heroes out there that if they lose what matters most to them, which is apparently love, their heroic masculine purpose doesn't they don't give a shit anymore. They don't care.
Pull the trigger.
So I don't know, dude. Maybe you're getting your lines crossed here with what you're trying to say.
Doesn't make Nolan Batman's voice any less stupid.
Of our utmost admiration, except part 2. Detachment from reality is the road.
To escapist fantasy.
Oh, don't give me that. Don't give me the. Don't give me the meta fourth wall breaking shit.
This is like saying
that's not a metaphor. That's just a totally obvious sentence.
Yeah, it's like saying in order to get your hands dirty, you have to take off your gloves and touch dirt. You're like, what? Yeah. Why? That's true, but why did you say that in that way? I don't know. This is.
Why do you have long chapters as well? Like you can just simplify this. So
part
much
1 was what the hell was he talking? What was the point of part 1 again? I can't remember.
I think part 1 was literally the title of the video.
Oh,
and
it was.
No, Mark, this is like Japanese novel titles.
Yeah. Yes. And now that you mention it, it's like those classic 60s, 70s Japanese titles.
The girl in the library looked at me strange. Now we're engaged.
And that's a whole manga. Yeah.
Episode 8, Squid Game.
Anyway.
That's way too short.
Anyway, this
episode 8 of Squid Game.
If the title does not explain exactly what's happening in the story, it's not a proper Japanese novel title.
Yeah, in order to cut your hand, you need a knife. In order to jump from a tall building, you have to climb the building. It's like, okay, get it. Yes, thank you.
Episode 2, 9 planes, 11 towers.
I first read David Data's The Way of the Superior Man when I was about 20 years old. And back then I
Wait, how old were you? Let me try this again.
From reality
20 years old.
To escapist fantasy. I first read David Data's The Way of the Superior Man when I was about 20 years old. And back then I found it really inspiring.
Okay. Smart, what can you tell us about this book?
This is I don't know the book specifically. I haven't read anything from this guy. This is a dude who talks about life and love and romance and how to live your life as a guy. I'm trying to remember when I first heard about this guy. I think it's when my friends were getting into dating and relationships and all this other nonsense. It's more of a spiritual thing. Like if you're not being fulfilled, you have to go find that out, whatever it is. And I think this is what this YouTuber is trying to do. He read David data and said, okay, this is going to be a good premise for looking at film and the myth of what it means to be alive as a guy, which is fine. But this is a guy who's like, sexual spiritual growth is the same thing. You're like, well, okay, let's do that. So I'm not saying they're bad, but everyone has their own weird sort of swami. Like they go, oh, I like Peterson as a swami. Everyone listens to Peterson about what to do and why. Same idea, same concept, just more about sex and spirituality and society. So
JS in the chat says the book is PUA core.
It probably is, yeah. I don't know specifically which book, but anyway.
Well, that one.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay.
The writing was actually inspired by such stories, rather than by, real scientific research. But anyways, here was a book urging me to look beyond the trivial and the fleeting, to find my true calling in life. Know your deepest purpose. Give the gift you were born to give, Data wrote. It seemed to pierce right through all the nonsense of life, to encourage us to reclaim some lost sense of responsibility, to rediscover our heroic masculine purpose. Though the book notes how
by
it's
becoming
about
Batman.
masculinity.
But yeah, pretty much. It's like, I want to be Batman when I grow up.
Well, who doesn't?
I know. I want to be strong, rich, killer martial artist.
Dead parents.
Well, I want to be Spider-Man. I don't want to be Batman.
Yeah, but Batman's more attainable.
When you first grow up with
it's
Batman,
attainable
you don't
to
really
get billions of dollars.
You don't really realize or think much about the dead parents. Because they don't play a role. When you watch the Batman animated series, it comes up what once? Does it come up at all?
A few times, yeah.
Okay.
A few times.
I don't remember any of it. I was a kid. Like, it just happens, okay? Wisp,
no, because you can remember what happened when you were a year old. So you must remember what happened in an animated series.
That's not exactly how it works. It's not an eidetic memory. It's just a very good memory that should have more amnesia than it has.
Ah, right. I see I told you, Mark. Talking bollocks. Say he told you.
No, it's... look. Hawk, do you remember the photo guy from the Rittenhouse trial?
Not personally, no.
Oh, what a pity, but it's like that.
Oh.
I remember random details that nobody needs.
Oh, right.
On an accuracy level that really has absolutely no.
From 0 to 1% of accuracy, thankless.
Yeah, because I feel like when that if he had been more pressed, he would have probably given a perfectly accurate description of the persecutor's office that he was brought to, including how the carpet felt, if it had any, whether the door creaked, or what the door handle felt like, and what gaudy, disgusting stuff was on the shelves to make the room not empty. And where he kept his pens or some random shit like that. Because that's how this shit works. It's like lots of details that nobody needs. Basically the stuff that you see in Sherlock adaptations. Just that in Sherlock adaptations it's actually useful. Or Monk.
Oh, really, Monk?
Oh, God.
Yeah, well, anyway.
It's horrible. Sorry, you have all this clutter in your head and there's no purpose for it. It's just all there.
All right.
As a form of energy and only uses the terms man and woman as a shorthand, I think it nevertheless attracted primarily men, and particularly the generation of men who had outgrown or been disillusioned by the macho masculinity of the 80s action heroes, but who hadn't really found a new direction yet.
We're the middle children of history,
because there is not really any
purpose or place.
One reason why The Way of the Superior Man was such a popular book is because it was rather vague with its language, which allowed men like myself to project their own meaning onto it. It had to do this actually, because as the book itself notes on multiple occasions, every man's purpose, gift and talent is unique. Every man has his own mission. The point of the book is not to tell you what your purpose is, but to encourage you to figure it out for yourself. And while I do not believe this is a problematic thing in itself, and while I still...
Okay, the only time when you need a book to tell you that, or Jordan Peterson, is when you don't have a father figure to tell you that.
Well, when we look at self-help books, they are generically good because they have this medicine style of therapy, which is critical about a certain ailment in humanity, like worrying or doubting yourself or past experiences that were traumatic, and it tries to push those to the side, just not out of reach, but just to the side, so you could focus on things that are more relevant. So you have to address your own insecurities, whatever those are, or your own pains, and focus on what it is to be you. So that's pretty common in most books like that. It's not a big deal. Like there's lots of positive, like what was the Secret? That was one popular book a few decades ago about being like the power of positivity or whatever. It's like, yeah, it's the same concept. Tony Robbins did a few of those for motivation. There's all kinds of medicine-like books out there. So everyone has their...
When they're timeless, useful, they mainly just contain proven generic wisdom, and you just they're the repository of that if they're any good, and you can thus catch up on the stuff that you missed out on figuring out on your own.
Yeah.
You get some pointers, and that your parents and other figures in your life missed to tell you.
Yeah, it's like that's
basically all it is.
Usually the first book from an author, even with the Selfish Gene Theory, like that was his best book. After all that, they're all just derivations or ideas that are weird. So there's always like the first version of from the therapist or from the scientist or whatever that you should be reading, and then the rest is just like, I don't know. Now they're a writer, so they start writing about random shit that they're not as specialized into. So self-help books are good. Some of them are redundant. I've read a few because I was studying psych, and they're not bad. They're just, you might get one or two little gems out of there. I know a few books that you get a lot out of because the more experienced the psychologist, the better the insight they have into humanity. But
I think they're more useful after that if you have a specific problem and they address a specific specific sub problem.
Yeah, guilt is a big one. So there's all these books about that and how to overcome it and deal with reality. So they're there to make you feel stronger and better, and hopefully to motivate you. And that's why Tony Robbins is so popular, because his job is just to get you out the door and do the thing that you believe in, even if everyone's telling you no.
Yeah, and with more complicated things like the whole gaslighting topic, that first explains you what is that, how does it manifest, and on what all different ways, and what can you actually do against it, and what should you do against it, and that you become able to take charge in standing up against it and calling it out when it's done to you.
Yeah,
because nothing else will end it. And because it's your meekness that is mistaken for passivity, and that passivity is simply just exploited. So you need to end this passive notion.
Yeah, and that's why these guys become motivational speakers, because everything comes down to motivation. Like, it doesn't matter how you feel, what's your problem. If you're not getting up every morning to do the thing you're doing, you're not motivated enough. So, but that's after therapy. That's after you've dealt with your whatever problems, and you actually are clear-minded enough to focus on whatever you want to do. So,
yeah, well, that specific topic, for example, does help you when you can't find a therapist. It gives you the first steps, because when you are in that tangled web, you are completely lost. Then that helps. But other than special problems, very specific problems, what also helps is just read some philosophers, the old ones, or some Zen monks or something. They usually have something profound to say somewhere in there.
Yeah, just not like Deepak Chopra stuff. That's a bit weird.
What? Who? What?
Deepak Chopra. You ever heard of him?
No.
Oh, he uses technobabble.
Sounds like a rapper.
No, he's Indian. It could be a rapper for all I know. But he's known for
Indian rapper.
He was first famous on Oprah, I believe, and then he started making books that just sound like gibberish. Like using
then just go with Khalil Gibran or what was his name? The teacher of Kaizen Deshimaru Roshi.
Yeah, that's more romantic, growing up or coming of age sort of stories about love.
Yeah,
and poetry. Anyway.
Savaki Kodo, that was his name.
Oh, all right.
He's funny.
All right, 8 minutes in. Still waiting for.
Can I interrupt, Smud?
Sure.
Sorry, Mateus sent me a message earlier, and I'm sorry I didn't get to it sooner. But he said if Tony and Bruce had to sacrifice their wealth, they would.
Yeah.
I know that came earlier in the video, so
yeah, no. In the third Batman film, he does lose everything, right? So.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
Supposedly, of course. But yeah, it's
also that's ironic because in like the third Nolan movie, he loses everything, and also in the third movie of certain Schumacher movies, he loses everything as well.
Oh, really? Jeez.
Well, in Batman Forever, I think it's destroyed, isn't it?
Oh, I can't remember Batman Forever. I don't.
That was my first ever Batman movie. Yeah. And I'm not scarred. This is crazy.
Wow. Amazing. Okay, let's keep going.
Congratulations. Importance of living with honesty and an open heart. Reading it today, there is something weird too about the constant repetition of a man's purpose, of his gift, his love, and his mission. Just take a look at some of these quotes. Unless you know your mission and have aligned your life to it, your core will feel empty. Every man knows that his highest purpose in life cannot be reduced to any particular relationship. If a man prioritizes his relationship over his highest purpose, he weakens himself. Most men's ultimate reason for doing anything has to do with discovering that deepest truth, enjoying total freedom and love, and giving their fullest gifts. Without knowing it.
So we're all rebels now?
That sounds contradictory.
Yeah, we're all against the state. We don't like family, and we want to just waltz around the earth and telling people what to do.
Every man knows that his highest purpose in life cannot be reduced to any particular relationship.
Is he talking about a woman?
That is first the relationship to your spouse and then to your children. And that is that particular relationship. That particular relationship becomes family. It is a group relationship, if you will.
I know mine's between myself and
if anything,
my
that can become your weak point, yes, but it is also the very reason why you keep going and going and going, why you become more heroic as you go on because you care about that particular relationship. So I don't think this guy. This is weird.
Is he talking about the beginning of a relationship? Like you should have your house in order and then find a woman?
What?
I don't know.
No, that's what the fuck. What?
I don't know.
Are you just saying random things?
No. I'm just trying to understand the whole.
Yeah, this is the problem with a lot of these.
It's not about cleaning his room. This is just about the mission. He's past that. Peterson with the clean your room, bring your house in order. He starts before the mission. He says before you go on your mission, if you will, before you change the world, bring your own fucking house in order. Before you have a relationship, bring your own house, bring yourself in order. Because if you don't, you'll just be a burden on your relationship. And your relationship has to fix you. Which just means you get into some Oedipal bitch that manipulates you. And what's this weak boy instead of a man?
All right, here's Great Scott. Yeah. Is this the Sigma male grind set? I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what that is.
Well, Great A, Scott, I mean, you need to eat more women, right?
Enjoying total freedom. You can't have total freedom if you have relationships. So this is I think David Data misunderstands how relationships work here.
It's too unspecific. We might be missing some context here. This is coming across like poetry. I don't know. It's just like, dude, what is this book?
Yeah, because like I don't.
Without knowing his life,
did the YouTuber take the quotes out of context and then try to put it together, or
no? This sounds like it sounds like in order. Without knowing his life purpose, a man lives a weakened, impotent existence. You can argue that, but most men will come to the conclusion that their special relationships with their families, their becoming families, that is their life purpose, or their priority, their primary. Everything else is an offshoot of that. Take care of the children and the house as much as you want. Ooh. Just remember that if you give up your true purpose to do so for too long, you're not really helping anyone. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know.
What the fuck? This is what the.
Wait, what happened?
This means that Data is saying that you are not really helping anyone if all you do is take care of your house and your children. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. That guy is an idiot. Data is a fraud. He's what the fuck? That is.
I think.
I don't know. A sociopath.
The grammar is not.
How brain dead must you be to say something like this? This doesn't even make logical sense.
Anyway,
he's saying that your true purpose is anything but your house and your children.
There's way too many quotes on the screen for us to get a clear, specific argument here. Let's just see what he's trying to get at.
Just addressing the quotes on their but each is I just did that, I think, but this last one is just absolutely insane.
Anyway,
his life purpose, a man lives a weakened, impotent existence. Take care of the children and the house as much as you want. Just remember that if you give up your true purpose to do so for too long, you're not really helping anyone. The thing that bothers me has to do with the way this heroic masculine purpose is framed. The way it is conceptualized, even if the intent is for men to project their own meaning onto it. What it seems to suggest is that there is an essence to manhood that is...
Is there an echo?
Yes.
Is that us or is that him?
Oh, I thought that was the Superman scene with the dubstep machine or whatever.
No. I could hear like his own voice in an echo.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Is it coming from someone? Is it me or?
Let me check.
Completely detached from everything else, that stands apart from all external elements, and subsequently seems to insist that a man's main focus should be on reconciling this nebulous essence with every other facet of his life, like some superhero alter ego.
Is it okay?
It's fine now.
And so even though it encourages healthy connection, it also rather uncritically assumes there is something distinct in the first place.
Know your limits, Master Wayne. Batman has no limits. Well, you do, sir.
This disconnect between heroic masculine purpose and everything else is also reflected in the stories we have been discussing, and might be where the whole idea comes from. Spoilers for No Time to Die, but towards the very end of that movie, Bond gets infected with some kind of virus designed to target the woman he loves and the child they have together. He was already mortally wounded, and it was already pretty clear that he wasn't going to make it out of this one. And yet there was this extra emphasis on the fact that no matter the outcome of this particular fight, he was never going to have a happy ending. And that is because his heroic masculine purpose also makes him a fundamental...
No, it's because he just wanted to kill off James Bond. Don't add another layer to it. So, Jesus Christ. It is because a feminist wanted to kill James Bond. There, done, dusted, moving on.
And don't go around telling me that...
You mean like Daniel Craig wanted to kill himself in the movie?
It's almost like Daniel Craig, the man who says, "I don't want to play James Bond anymore since Quantum of Solace." Wasn't going to put up much of a fight being killed off in the fifth movie. It's like, oh, what a shocker! But also,
is this particular James Bond? Is he a tragic hero?
To be honest with you, to some reason, they decided in Skyfall to make an overarching plot. With everything, but it really is just because they just wanted to kill James Bond off.
Right.
Seemed like it.
Here's Great Scott. You can have both. It would be difficult, but the ideal scenario is you get your free time and take care of yourself and saddle with responsibility. This guy just imagines masculine dudes as all sociopaths by his wording.
Yeah, because Data seems to think like that. And don't go around telling me that caring for your children is not a heroic act. Working overtime so that your children can enjoy the basics of a safe life, and standing up to bullshit abusive teachers, I think those are heroic acts. They're small scale. They're not the big explosions with helicopters, but they're heroic acts because it's standing up for those you love the most and you protect them. So Data, I think, is a complete idiot and a pretentious idiot. Probably just gathered some profound sounding sentences around and then put in this crap somewhere. If this is your advertisement for Data, I say this guy is a fraud.
All right.
Anyway. Tragic hero. Just like the old gunslingers going off into the sunset once the fight is over, he too is a
No. That's no.
Off into the sunset makes you a tragic hero?
Going into the sunset is not the same as being blown up by missiles.
But he accepted his death with peace.
Okay, but when they run off into the sunset, that's not them accepting their death. That's them going off on, Jesus fucking Christ.
Anyway.
When Lee Van Cleef
had a relationship before.
Yeah, but when Lee Van Cleef rises into the sunset at the end of a few dollars more, it's not him going, well, I'm going to die, guys. Just going to get around that corner and fall off your horse dead. It's just him going off to live his life. James Bond looking at missiles about to blow up is not the same. I just
looking at missiles.
Okay.
Sounds like a good meme.
Because cool guys don't look at explosions.
No.
Just look at the missile before they hit him.
Like Kim Jong-un looking at things, but
What was that joke by Jim Carrey when he was doing stand-up where he talked about that TV evangelist? It was, oh, look at that big, beautiful mushroom cloud. It's so pretty.
Yeah, it's not...
That also sounds like a Jack Nicholson impression.
No, I can't remember who it was.
It's also like the old gunslingers of like Wild West movies usually won the day and didn't die.
Jimmy Stewart, there it was.
Okay.
Guys don't know Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah, I know who Jimmy Stewart is.
Yeah. Anyway. So the whole premise, I think, is that the heroes can't live in the world they're trying to protect. The gunslinger just goes from town to town because he's a wanted man, or I don't know, something like that.
This certainly is an interesting video.
Yeah.
Elf cannot inhabit.
It's not the usual fodder.
The same is true for our other heroes, whose fulfillment of their ultimate purpose comes with the ultimate price. Just
Batman doesn't die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know if you saw the movie to the end.
He lost his flying car. That's about it.
I didn't know. It could have been Alfred's imagination.
Yeah.
Also, can I just point out that no matter how far he flew out in that short period of time, radiation. Yeah, no, it's not. This is what I mean by Christopher Nolan just literally went, I don't give a shit about this movie.
Chris Nolan's Batman trilogy is actually in the Fallout universe.
See, look, here's the thing. Batman did die, but Bruce Wayne lives on.
Yeah, no.
See?
Eric, why do you exist?
Go sit on the silent stairs.
Yeah.
All right.
Look at how Tony Stark was destined to die as the fate of the world rested.
Like
he
Jesus.
He wasn't destined to die.
Destined to
my God.
Well, he was, though, wasn't it? Because Doctor Strange did the stupid bullshit of like, I predicted the future, and out of 1 million outcomes, there's only one time we win.
Yeah, but also that doesn't matter because don't the massive space lizards also decide what happens?
And on the third day, he came back.
Yeah.
So he's not destined to die. Space lizards. Well done, Marvel.
Yeah, Strange wouldn't have needed to go through billions of timelines in a couple of seconds, which means he lived through all of that. and gained infinite amounts of wisdom, he would have also known about the space lizards, and thus be able to conclude that the space lizards would not allow any other timeline to exist but the one where the heroes beat Thanos.
Yes, exactly.
So he wouldn't need to do anything.
And here's the thing with Endgame, no offense. Like, I like it, but it really doesn't make sense for Tony Stark being able to use all of the Infinity Stones like that. Like, before they used to say you had to be like a celestial god or something to even wield the thing because it could kill you.
That's why he built his own nano power glove. The glove. The glove exists. The glove exists in the first place.
He's not using
for a mortal to be able to wield it
with nanomachines.
Well, it's why Thanos had the glove made so that he could use the stones. Because he
came from a particular the giant midget.
Guys.
Why are you going so random?
Anyway.
Yeah, but we're missing the point here.
Anyway.
We're missing the point here. It's all terrible. These are all terrible.
Eric, just rewatch the movie, okay?
Okay, let's go.
Just go and play Metal Gear Rising. It's much better experience.
Oh my god.
It makes more sense.
Upon his eventual sacrifice.
Went forward in time to view alternate futures, to see all the possible outcomes of the coming conflict.
How many did we win?
1.
And while Bruce Wayne is given a happier ending, he did, in the end, have to sacrifice both of his identities and spend the rest of his life in anonymous exile.
Oh,
For these
that's
characters,
terrible.
it's really one or the other. A normal life like everyone else.
By looking exactly like he did as Bruce Wayne. That's brilliant, yeah.
Yes, and being in a fancy Parisian restaurant. Like, oh, the
What about Captain America? He was able to live his life.
Because he specifically went back in time.
Yeah. To not stop 9/11.
Look, if 9/11 didn't happen, they all would have been melted anyway. So
why would he stop 9/11? Why would he stop 9/11?
Because he knows
had
about
the chance.
Can we just ignore the Loki bullshit?
Yes, please.
No. We have to, it's a beloved series.
What does Loki say about 9/11?
What does Loki?
He was there. He caused 9/11.
He goes 9/11. What a terrible name for an airline.
Okay.
Or a life of heroic masculine purpose. They cannot have both.
There was no other way.
And while there definitely is a tragic aspect to this trade-off...
See, right. So that's literally how James Bond dies. How is that like going off into the sunset?
Well, the sunset is right in front of him.
The sunset is the explosions that burn off his face.
Everyone thought I was joking about the fact that he looks at missiles.
Well, a gentle morning breeze touches his cheek.
What do you want him to do? Find a refrigerator and hide in there?
But let's also put it this way: that scene is literally put in there to make sure that James Bond is 100% dead. There's no other reason why James Bond would stand still with missiles being thrown.
Hey, no one's ever really gone, okay?
Is this a scene from Blade with the blood demon vampire in the super sarcophagus?
Don't even think about. Don't even bring it up.
Just don't think. Don't think.
Strawberry jelly CGI is like, no, stop it.
CGI jelly? Why couldn't he use real jelly?
Blade was good, Smud. Don't lie.
Hey, still, the CGI was still better than in Buffy.
More in awe of
yes.
Men. There is a liberating quality to it as well that also makes it kind of appealing. Because... Part 3. Heroic men die, but they don't...
What the hell is this title?
What does this even mean?
Okay, we only need one example.
To die, but they don't do laundry.
Apparently, guys, when you take care of a family
they can't do
and do all the like from David Data, whatever his name was, you either do laundry or you die. Which one do you?
Is this like
what kind of soap do you use? You use Robert Downey Jr.'s?
It's like heroic men dies if they don't do laundry. It's just like the sequel to White Men Can't Jump or something. It's just
White Men Can Jump.
All right. Here's Legacy. Thanks for the $4.99. Loki and the TVA really screwed up everything. Just watch Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, for God's sake.
Yeah, that show's great.
All right.
I
There's
bet
lots
Spider-Man
of...
washes his laundry.
That show had the
Well, he
balls to
did.
do that show had the balls to do Secret Invasion.
Really?
And make
they're
it
planning
good.
on doing that though, Marvel, aren't they? But
They're doing it. They're doing it now because we got that leaked video of all the clothes of the wardrobe they used for it.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why they're making all the Skrulls into black people. They're just really weird.
Shut up.
What are you talking about?
All right. Here's Porcelainus the Fourth. Thank you. As a reminder, Captain America never thought to save JFK, save MLK, stop the Oklahoma bombing, stop 9/11, prevent the Cuban Revolution, try to prevent the Vietnam War, warn S.H.I.E.L.D. about Hydra sooner, save Bucky sooner, etc. I effing hate Endgame.
Yeah, they literally turned Captain America into a guy who goes, "I'm not doing anything." It's like
I don't care.
It's like I'm banging Peggy. I don't give a shit about anything anymore.
You can be sure.
This is all.
He did his laundry.
Well, you'd think Bucky would join him too, but I guess not.
No, Bucky wanted to be shouted at by Falcon about how he's got so much white privilege.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you want to stick around for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do laundry.
That's your nocturnal. Bats may be, but even for billionaire playboys, 3 o'clock is pushing it.
While heroic masculine purpose means taking on a great burden, it also means being freed from many others. Characters like Bond, Iron Man or Batman may be fated to exist outside of the world they protect, but in doing so they are also freed from the responsibilities that come from actually having to live within it. And as such,
What do you
their
mean?
heroic masculine purpose becomes, to some extent, an escapist fantasy.
I want you to take your
Give me an example. What are you free from?
Because
Eating,
because
shitting,
these
brushing your
films
teeth?
don't because these films don't show 9 till 5. Bond
Where
doing
do you
his
get
ironing.
clean clothes from if you don't do your laundry? What the fuck are you talking about?
Every suit Bond's in gets destroyed, so he doesn't have to worry about laundry.
I just does this guy want to have like a 10-minute montage of like Bruce Wayne taking a massive dump before he gets into the Batmobile?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why he's talking specifically about Batman and Iron Man. I mean, there are other heroes.
Yeah,
Anyway.
but it's like loads of people want to just retire, and there's loads of story. Like there's a lot of like things like people being brought out of retirement, to do something, and they're quite happy being retired.
Yeah, they like going shopping for all kinds of wonderful, delicious food and cooking themselves and washing their own dishes and doing their own laundry and making their beds and all these other things. It's like, yeah, people do that.
It's like John Wick was perfectly fine, just looking after a small dog.
Yeah, he was rich enough and could get by.
Yeah. So, okay. There's loads of other ones.
His dog got murdered, so now he's free from the responsibility of
He's
dog
looking
shit.
after it. Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't believe responsibilities is just literally ironing some shirts. It's like, oh, okay.
That's why Falcon's a good hero, because he.
Also, Bruce Wayne's got a butler who irons his shirts. So why does he need to iron his shirt?
Eric, I never know when you're trying to be sarcastic or funny.
Anyway.
I don't know either. I'm lost too.
Okay. Here's JS. Thank you, JS. True masculine purpose is making long-form movie critique videos. It's what Julius Evola had in mind when he came up with the Path of the Scholar.
Pardon?
This is a very specific reference. I don't know what's going on here, but thank you. That was
not familiar.
Yeah.
We'll take that into consideration. Might have to look that up.
Julius Evola was a Italian philosopher, poet, and painter. whose esoteric
Oh.
worldview featured anti-Semitic conspiracy theories and the occult.
Amazing.
Thank
Oh my
you.
god, it's like Bosch.
Thank you, Julia Savola. Holy Jesus.
That's amazing.
This is probably why I never heard of. Anyway. Okay.
To
There's
be
a lot of
fair, this is often presented as a point
anti-Semites
of
around.
conflict for them, especially with the other characters who tend to bemoan our heroes for being irresponsible.
Yes, because Steve Rogers isn't the hero in Avengers. I forget about that. Tony Stark isn't the hero of the Marvel franchise. There's quite a few heroes. Just saying.
Well,
He's
plus
just a focal point.
they were just stressed out, I think, from dealing with the Loki situation.
What Loki situation?
Oh, because he stole the Tesseract and
Wasn't even Loki.
Uh.
Was the scepter messing with their heads?
Yeah. That was really funny. Who was laughing then?
Not me.
Oh, it's my brother. Yeah, he's watching a movie.
Anyway.
Oh.
Again, what they were really affected by was the scepter itself. It wasn't even Loki doing anything.
Oh, right. Okay, I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
I mean, that's not even a retcon. In the very movie that this happens in, very much implies it.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway.
Let's keep going.
Even without us knowing it's an Infinity Stone, it can still fuck with people's heads.
For being reckless, rude, and negligent.
We're not drinking, we're working right now. And you are constitutionally incapable of being responsible.
But all this is usually portrayed with a certain playfulness, sometimes even as comic relief.
Also, oh my god, we're going to be talking about how Bruce Wayne acts. He doesn't act like his normal self because it's a cover, you thick foot.
Yeah, Rachel doesn't know he's Batman, so that's why she gives him shit.
Batman
also, nobody knows that he's Batman because he doesn't want people to know that he's Batman.
And I don't know. Well, I don't know how the Nolan movies play it, but Batman's one of the few superheroes where his superhero identity is who he really is.
Yeah.
What Rachel actually even says that at one point. You know, like Bruce Wayne is his mask and the Batman's his real face.
Yes,
I get it by the end of the Nolan trilogy. Pretty much everybody knows Bruce Wayne's Batman because he tells pretty much everybody.
Because it's
the end of the trilogy.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do? Yes.
I keep imagining like Christian Bale like just going. This one goes, Batman. Yes, I am Bruce Wayne. I mean, Batman. Batman. Bruce Wayne is not who I am. I would never be Bruce Wayne. Hello, Bruce Wayne. Yes, I am Bruce.
Just what a shitty, narrow, uncomfortable-looking bathtub is this?
No, it's not a bathtub.
It's not a bathtub.
It's a water fountain.
Yeah, it was for a display, and then these women got drunk and they started hopping.
These idiots.
And then Bruce Wayne was like, "I'm going to buy this
and at that point,
Okay.
Yeah, it is comic relief, but it's also a bit like it's his Playboy persona. It's like, okay.
Which movie is this?
The
Batman Begins.
First Batman, yeah.
Okay.
Oh no! Is it? No, it's not. It's yeah, that is
Batman Begins.
This is Batman Begins. Yeah.
All right.
He keeps splicing it with.
Seen.
Yeah, he keeps splicing it with Dark Knight footage, and I keep getting it mixed up.
Yeah. Right.
Because outside
is
of
that the one with Scarecrow?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Begins. Yeah.
Okay, that's the one I haven't seen.
All right.
Oh, really?
I never bothered to look it up. I keep forgetting it exists.
I haven't seen any of them.
You should watch it. Tell us what you think.
All right.
If I get to it. The escapism truly comes in, for by heightening all the meaningful, fulfilling, and generally cool things about following your heroic masculine purpose, and by playing down the real toll this takes on your relations and community, we remain identified.
Also, bear in mind, that scene of Iron Man is where he tells the world he's Iron Man, so he takes sort of responsibility.
Which they advise him not to do, but...
Yeah. Oh well. Anyway.
We remain identified with the heroes, and by extension, with the idealized view of heroic masculine. Oh my god, this guy.
With the heroes, and by extension, with the idealized view of heroic masculine purpose. Because from this point of view, as we've seen, we are allowed not to care about these trivialities. Our heroes, after all, are too important. They have their mission, their purpose, their gift. Obviously, they don't care about office meetings. They don't care about buying groceries or...
He doesn't care about office. He's just been Batman. He's
Who cares about buying groceries? That's a chore.
But we're talking about a
Chores need to be
2-hour
done.
movie.
It's not something I care about. It's something I have to do.
Yeah.
Clean your room.
Yeah, but we're talking. I don't know. This is.
Like, cleaning your room is also not something to care about in the sense of I care about it. It's a chore that needs doing.
Yeah, like doing laundry on weekends, cooking, cleaning in general, showering, like all general stuff. Like, yeah, people do this anyway. We don't see it because we don't want to watch a movie where this happens. It's kind of boring.
Mm-hmm. We only have 2 hours. Do we really need to see Tony Stark go to the bathroom?
5 hours of the day in the life of Batman. Like, I don't really care.
Yeah, just watching Bruce Wayne wash his tights. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like,
Look, it's like for example, I don't have a sense of thirst, so I need to take care of drinking enough because my body isn't telling me when I didn't. That makes it a bit of a chore. It's not something I care about. It's something I have to care about. Otherwise, I die. It's the same with groceries, just on a more direct impact thing.
I just thought of something. I am going to big up Batman Forever again. There is a scene where Chris O'Donnell does laundry. In that movie.
So now it goes against the movie. I don't know. I mean, his
yeah,
video.
there's literally a scene where he's doing it's one of the most cringiest fucking scenes I've ever seen in my life. But he is doing laundry, so does that mean that there's no masculinity in it?
No. That just destroys his point completely.
Okay.
Anyway.
Or doing laundry, those are all lesser concerns. On top of that, to really make the fantasy complete, in the end our heroes are often redeemed for their behavior as...
Okay, tell me, to whom is doing the laundry... To whom is doing the laundry and buying groceries the mission of life, the purpose? What the fuck?
Yeah.
This is the Sigmund Grindset video, by the way. Like, whoever asked about it, yes.
But they're also not getting they're also not getting redeemed with stuff because like Rachel leaves him and changes her face to try and get away from him.
This guy hasn't done the basic homework of is my idea actually worth anything? And you one way to do that of many is the opposite of if I turned what I'm saying into the opposite, the complete opposite. Would it still be true?
Also, can I just think, why do people seem to think that like single guys don't do grocery shopping? Like, do these idiots think single guys like just click their fingers and food appears in the fridge?
No, single guys only get their food from the hot dog stand and the pizza place and the kebab place. Single guys don't know how to cook. They just everything just explodes when they try.
So all live.
This is just it's all done by mommy. The laundry is done by mommy. You just pack all your dirty clothes into a package, and then you send it to mommy, and then mommy sends it back, washed and ironed and fluffy, back a couple of weeks later.
All right, here's JS. This is very reminiscent of the push for games to be more realistic, which results in all sorts of completely unnecessary mechanics. We don't need to put skill points into tax form filing or hobby gardening. What games do that? I'm not sure of the games that you play, but I play games that are fun.
The Last of Us?
Ooh. Berserk 850 said Nick Fuentes is less cringe compared to this. That's a hard burn.
Anyway.
come around to them. The women who didn't care for them at first now go to bed with them. And the
No, James Bond just fucks everything.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
James isn't a settle down guy.
Also, the women who don't care to him go to bed with him. I don't remember Rachel going to bed with Bruce Wayne.
Or Pepper with Tony.
Until right at the very end of stuff. It's also Rachel. Unless you count getting blown up as sexual intercourse between her and Batman, and or being dropped out a window and having Batman land on top of her, it doesn't count as sexual intercourse.
Yeah, and what's the great mission to Spider-Man?
Pizza time?
Pizza time.
It's just a friendly neighborhood spider. Careful, it's armed. Have
And
a girl.
Give me rent.
Yeah.
You'll get your mission when you fix this damn door.
Friendly neighborhood spider. Bloody hell.
Cool Spidey suit. It kind of rides up on the crotch a little.
I think this guy doesn't have much life experience.
Mm-hmm.
Probably doesn't go outside, you know?
He doesn't go outside.
So
I mean,
close
no
to falling
offense.
asleep
I'm just. When are we going to get to the myth? Like, how is this all a myth or whatever his original point was?
I don't know. We're not even halfway through.
Yeah, well, I want to get to 17 minutes. I want to get to at least 16 minutes, and then we'll okay.
Yeah.
frustration of
And then
other
we can
men
tell him to
turns
fuck off.
into reluctant respect, or even envy, which to us watching these stories once more reaffirms that ultimately there is nothing more desirable, nothing more admirable than a man following his heroic masculine purpose.
Who the hell said this ever watching one of these movies?
I didn't.
Him.
He needs to
By the
stop
way, in the next
volume.
chapter is at 17:10 seconds.
Oh my god.
Well, Smud, if you watch these movies, does this help you get out of the slump that you're in? I'm confused.
The slump of watching movies?
So far?
No. This gets you there.
Yeah, I was just.
I'd say so far he's a less intolerable renegade card.
Oh, well, it's not saying much.
Just like.
I'm just.
But at least we can
I
understand his sentences. They're just as sleep med induced. Well, at
Yeah.
least they're sentences.
It's just
Plus,
as
it's
unenthusiastic, minus the politics.
He's trying
I
to
don't know
do.
who watches No Time to Die and goes out, happy.
He's trying to do
Because he dies.
the whole inspirational, meaningful. This is like that weird string music in the background that's really slow and like ooh, it's like dude, we don't know what the hell you're talking about.
It's just hypnosis to lull you in and believe that he's saying good things because
he
it
could
all
be-
sounds soft and nice.
He could be listing hot dog ingredients. I'm like, okay, yeah. Bell
That would be a
peppers.
much better
Whoa,
video.
what a crazy idea. Bell peppers and hot dog. Okay.
I'm just getting to the point where I'm like, can we just pause just so my brain stops melting with how bored it is? And I could just go, can't keep pausing every 5 minutes, we'll never get through this video. And I'm like, that's a risk I'm willing to take
Yeah,
here.
I kind of want to see how bad Picard season 2 gets. Honestly.
Oh, God.
At least there's something for to work with there.
I just want to watch Star Trek.
We
Can I
got
have
2 more
Star
minutes.
Trek,
Don't worry.
please? Not this crap.
All right, here's
I want
JS.
to follow my heroic masculine purpose in Red Dead.
Yeah. Well.
I mean, real Star Trek.
Here is JS. Is Animal Crossing 2 about following the heroic feminine purpose? What?
Why? Because you garden?
You
in
can
there?
collect
How
stuff.
many cats can you have?
Yeah. You can collect, like, dresses, I guess. That's kind of feminine. And furniture.
What would Minecraft be?
I don't.
Obsessive, compulsive man
Men
with a
build
pickaxe.
houses and women decorate them with tons of stuff that collects dust.
Yeah.
Robinson Crusoe. That's what Minecraft is about. We have
Oh,
discussed
no,
this like
not-
months ago.
The African slave trade. Yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
Oh, good lord. Forgot about that video.
That guy made like an NFT video that just doesn't want to escape YouTube, because every single time I watch a video, like it has to be recommended on top page. And I like looked at the channel name, and I was like, "Oh, this is oddly familiar. Who is this guy?" Oh,
All right, we're gonna go for the 2 minutes before we fall asleep here.
You want to hear this or not?
What?
The extent to which stories like these romanticize heroic masculine purpose for me became painfully obvious in the first season of True Detective.
How?
In which we were
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God.
At what moment when he beats up the school's bully?
Is this the nihilist? The nihilist detective?
Yeah.
How is he having a masculine purpose by just giving up on life?
I don't know.
Because he has no responsibilities.
What? That's not romanticized. The guy's weirdo.
This is like saying that like Bill Pullman in The Sinner is a masculine hero. Like the guy gets choked out in a sex scene. Really weird. It's like this is the same level of shit here. This is just like this is just saying this is a famous actor. Yeah, he's masculine, but he's not playing a masculine character.
Oh man, I hope he throws in Walter White. This is gonna be awesome.
Does this guy have any life purpose?
He likes talking about it.
The one who makes the one who's making the video.
Yeah.
I don't.
It doesn't seem like he has anything in his life going on.
He is doing his purpose. He's making videos.
That's not a heroic purpose.
He's boring people to death. That's his purpose in life.
Oh, what a sinister weapon!
Yeah, totally.
I've heard people talk about playing games of Risk that have been more interesting than this fucking shit. I'm just gonna be honest here.
Believe it or not, Breaking Bad is one of his credits, so he does eventually.
Oh.
Anyway, let's keep going.
Introduced to Rust Cole, a detective who shares a similar heroic masculine purpose as those other heroes. He is single-mindedly focused on his job to safeguard the world from evil. He is smart, capable, and confident.
Yeah, you reach certain.
Is that
so? He's a cop.
Is that after he retires? Like, what are you talking about?
Also, he's doing the thing to keep the world safe. Yes, because he's a cop. That's also sort of like their job description. You know what I mean?
But isn't he a detective though? Like
He was, and then he sort of gives up, and they feed him beer and smokes for him to talk to him about this new killer that popped up, and it's like, okay.
Is that heroic?
No, he's a bum.
Yeah.
Does that make 4chan autistically looking for Shia LaBeouf's flag heroic?
I
did found Justin Trudeau's house when he fled out the trucks.
We're not sure.
I love the way like becoming a useless alcoholic piece of shit. Not how heroic that is. Well, no. Look,
it was similar to John McClane in Die Hard 3.
He's similar to Bruce Willis in all those made-for-TV ones he's been doing recently. But yeah, this is just being an alcoholic is not heroic. I don't know how to explain this to people. Being an alcoholic is not a good thing. I don't know how to explain this.
It's a single-minded, focused purpose to destroy all alcohol in the world by consuming it and thus protecting everyone else from getting drunk.
Well, protecting the kids, more importantly.
What kids? This guy doesn't think that kids have any connection to the heroic purpose of men.
You could, you could talk about the themes of male and female in the first season of True Detective, at least, where this is like a very, I wouldn't say a masculine world, but it's more like this is a world where the mind of the killer is this specifically sexually masculine mindset. And women are like the things to be saved. I guess if you want to reduce the story to that, you could. but I wouldn't associate that with the detective at all. It doesn't make sense. He's just the detective, and he was sort of haunted by that murder, like 20 years ago or whatever, and they're calling him back because it looks like it's repeating. That's it. I don't know. He's kind of a bum.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's Ben Affleck Insurance. Bruh.
Affleck.
Rust Cole is suicidal. He's so focused on his detective work because his daughter is dead and his wife left. Yeah, he's also pretty freaking crazy. He's got nothing else to live
coping
for.
mechanism.
Eventually, through the Carcosa case and his friendship with Marty, he finds out he can still go on living. Yes.
Mm-hmm. How heroic.
So
I
he
wish I was like him.
mistakes a coping mechanism for heroic stuff.
I don't know if he was talking about
That's
the
just
murder.
but that's just a coincidence.
Yeah. This is.
It's just coincidence that his coping mechanism is having positive effects for other people instead of being completely self-destructive or solely
Right.
self-destructive. This is what usually happens.
All right, we're gonna go in a minute.
Age, you know who you are. I know who I am.
But his relation to those around him looked completely different. His philosophical rantings didn't come off as charmingly witty, but mostly just as plain weird. Sometimes even a little disturbing.
Can do terrible things to people with impunity.
Instead of the life of the party, he was rather dull and he could be a genuine encumbrance for others. And as the years pass, he ends up alone. He is not secretly admired, nor secretly envied. He is probably barely thought about at all. Despite all this, however, Roscoe is still a beloved character to many men. And although this is probably because of his provocative philosophical outlook, I think it is also because...
Or maybe he's actually a well-written character.
And
What?
people really like Matthew McConaughey, right?
Yeah. It's not the thing is people can like character but not want to be them.
It's very possible to like tragic characters, pathetic characters.
Yeah.
It's very normal in fiction. This is nothing new. It has nothing to do with his gigantic penis or lack thereof. This is stupid.
But it's like, he's obviously well liked because of his philosophical ramblings. No, he could be well liked because of the way he's acted, the way he's written. The actor being interesting. There's a lot of reasons to like it, like a character. It's not just because he's got.
This is silly.
Philosophical ramblings.
Yeah, and even villains can be liked by the audience. And
Yeah,
I think
look
Thanos
at-
is a
look
good
at
example
Ray.
of that because he's a
Ray was liked by him.
Joker.
but Thanos is a great example because he's a giant confused doofus with a good heart inside. He's just completely misguided.
Yeah.
That's why there's something. Technically, there is something redeemable about that guy. He's just been a complete idiot.
Anyway,
Yeah.
let's skip the next minute. We're gonna call it a quits. This is.
He's not
Yeah,
an
we're
idiot
al-
because
we're
he
almost-
and he's not an idiot in the comics because he wants to bang death itself.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
not
he's a
talking
crazy
about the comic.
psychopath.
Yeah.
No matter how poorly his character is perceived by others, we know what he's really up to. We know his true purpose.
World needs bad men. We keep the other bad men from the door.
There is a part of this that just plays into daydreaming about being cooler than you really are, at least in the eyes of others. I'm sure you have done it. I certainly have. It's also why so many men enjoy movies like John Wick or Nobody. Or
You mean like
shows
Waking
Breaking
Up?
Bad.
Oh my God! Nobody. Why?
Come on.
You can't bring up Nobody. He's no. Oh. Ah.
Well, what's wrong with Nobody?
I like Nobody. It's a good movie. It's just.
I did too. It was good.
It's just not. It's not in the same vain as
He was just coming out of retirement. That was it.
No, it's not. It's not even that. It's not him coming out of retirement. It's just the fact he's just like, oh, he's just getting a bit pissed off of everything. And one day he just wants to hurt some people, so he protects a woman on a bus. And it just so happens one of them's a mobster's son, and the mobster gets revenge on him because he thinks he's just a nobody, when in reality he's actually a agent or something like that. And then you get Christopher Lloyd shooting people with a shotgun, which is cool. So Christopher Lloyd is just literally shuffling around the set, shooting people. I was like, oh my god!
And this guy sounds like the guy who does fantasize about things, but never starts being, never starts doing.
Yeah. But the thing is, you're meant to watch some of these movies and fantasize about stuff. This is what is annoying, is about the fact that this is why we've got all like the representation stuff. It's like, I don't care if you don't
think it's supposed to give you an idea of what you could do or what could be.
No, it's not.
It doesn't mean that it's just. It can inspire you to get your bloody ass up and stop taking your bloody Valium.
No, but it's not even that. It's like, I know I'm not going to be the captain of the starship, but I still, it's escapist fantasy. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know if I want to fantasize about being Walter White.
Or I don't. Yeah.
You don't want to be a drug dealer?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't want to die.
I'm the one who knocks.
Oh, and by the way, Walter White's mission, heroic masculine mission, if you want to call it that, because why else would he bring him up here as an example? Walter White's heroic masculine mission is caring for his house and kids. That's his ultimate purpose, why he's gathering the money. Why he's making the money in these last bits of his life.
At first, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Oh.
It still doesn't get lost. It still doesn't get lost on him. That is why why he's gathering the money. Why he's getting into this spiraling abyss of crime. And I'm just saying this completely. Walter White completely contradicts, just as I said before, contradicts the absolute bullshit of Data.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Anyway, let's just get to the end of this thing, and I'd like to see what his next chapter's called.
Yeah.
But I'm not too interested in hearing it.
The Walter White Sigma grind set. Because he doesn't do laundry.
About seemingly ordinary men with seemingly ordinary lives, yet to also have a secret life that is filled with heroic masculine purpose.
Deep down, I always knew it was a facade.
A secret life in which they are skilled, dangerous, respected, and admired.
It's not what you did, son. It's who you did it to.
It might even be a bit of a coping mechanism too for men who feel their lives are not as exciting or purposeful as they would have wanted, and who feel they themselves are not as respected or admired as they would have hoped, and who can subsequently indulge themselves in the "if only they knew who I really was" kind of attitude that these stories are.
Okay, no, that's just you projecting your narcissism on other people. Because this is exactly how you're just describing a narcissist. If only other people could see how awesome I really am. You fucking...
There's people that just want to be left alone,
and John Wick is not who people want to be. Not even think about. You don't want John Wick's life because the love of his life is dead, and then his dog.
Yeah, that's all he wanted. He just wanted to take care of his dog in peace.
Yeah, and then you get thrown into this hell of nihilistic revenge. Like, yeah, great.
It escalates every movie.
Yeah. Fucking hell, grow up. What an idiot.
So we're done, right? I mean, we've passed the 2-minute mark.
Much that these stories provide an occasional fantasy about being freed from the constraints of everyday life, or about being cooler than you really are. No, my concern is with how it can lead to value judgments that affect men's worldviews in a quietly insidious yet ultimately harmful way.
Spider-Man 3, really?
Right, but that's just the symbiote changing who he is. That's not really what Spider-Man is.
This guy does not understand that the superhero stuff, all this extraordinary stuff, happens within a normal life. Within I have to eat, I have to drink, I have to shit, I have to piss. I have to put on new clean undies. Oh my god!
Well, that's funny with Tony.
Super undies. I have
Tony
to take a
wants to
shower.
retire every movie.
All that shit is still happening. It's just that in most movies, we are not seeing it because it's unnecessary clutter.
And Tony would want to live a mundane life. I mean, that was kind of the point in some movies. He wants to be with Pepper and have a child.
He actually did.
Oh yeah. So we're done, right? I mean,
let's just get to the end of this point. And
All
then,
right.
Okay.
I'm starting to truly recognize. For the myth of heroic masculine purpose is also an ideological concept. It doesn't just want to make you feel happy or fulfilled. It wants you to feel virtuous. It wants you...
I don't even know what he's talking about anymore.
We're done.
We're done. But not about all the right things. Watching that.
No, we're done.
I am honestly scared to watch the rest of this shit because
This is nuts.
We're done.
It's still going on.
This is so dumb. It's gonna brainwash you into being an idiot.
No,
there was somebody in the live chat saying that, it's not what you think it is. So
it is certainly high class bullshit.
I don't think
sure
you could be brainwashed into this. It's too nonsensical for you to grasp. Like, what the hell is he talking about?
Yeah, I'm sorry that I didn't understand his point of like the myth of this heroic attributes. I don't even know what's going on.
All right. Well, here's Eric's first meme. Thanks, Eric. I don't know what tuning into Smudcast for our daily 9/11 jokes, where we set up the jokes like the Twin Towers.
You skipped one.
Well, that was a video, wasn't it?
Yes, and it has copyrighted music.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. You can mute it.
Well, or I could watch it later.
Fine.
Only for them to crash and burn. Yes. Spoilers. This is a man. Praise the Submariner. He is not a dude. You're a dude. This is a man. A handsome, muscular man. Okay, Drax.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Drax.
Sigma grinds it.
All right. There he is, the Submariner.
Yes.
If this guy thinks wearing a power suit is masculine, then I got news for him.
Yeah, I mean,
cool.
Oh, rescue. Nice.
Oh, God.
Yes, that is rescue. You're right. Potts, I believe.
Yeah, and Diavo's Bubblegum Crisis.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That I don't recognize.
It's in the title.
What, the last one?
The one after rescue.
I don't recognize it either.
The one before. The 80s style.
The first one.
No, but Wisp, the word after means after, not before.
Yeah, I meant the one before.
Still don't know what that one is.
I know the last one is a Toei thing.
Oh, really? Okay. That makes
a Metal Hero, I think.
Yeah.
One of those.
That's literally what they're called, Metal Heroes. I'm not joking.
There's Iron Man wearing a... Oh, he's ironing...
No, Iron Man. Get it?
Ironing man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, don't worry, Jarvis. I got this.
Tony Stark ironing
Great high
more
quality. That's
with his high-powered reactor.
Iron.
Got socks? Oh my God, he's gonna iron them for you.
Even your socks.
Also, who irons socks like that?
Yeah. I'm just like, what the heck?
What's the question? Who actually irons socks? Who would iron socks?
I have, but there's no need to.
There's no point.
There is like if you're ironing socks, then you've got way too much spare time.
It's even the point. Yeah.
You think you know everything about me, don't you? I diapered your bottom. I bloody well ought to, sir. Yeah,
that's actual dialogue as well.
That's literally.
You're
isn't
not
that
my
from,
dad, Alfred.
That's literally from Mask of the Phantasm.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Great movie.
Did you guys see the top 10 list or the top, the best Batman movies of all time? I think Mask of the Phantasm was number 2.
It's actually well paced, contrary to all the DC movies of the last few years.
Let me guess. Dark Knight's number 1.
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Damn it.
The list was a little strange. I go reread it because this is just after.
You mean the one that Ben Shapiro made?
Can we not give it to Mask of the Phantasm at least once, for fuck's sake?
Well, it's a great enough movie for people to watch and go, yeah, that was amazing. So I don't really care if it's part of a list or whatever. So everyone.
What was third? Out of curiosity.
I don't remember. It was just too. It was just too silly.
To be honest with you, I read those lists and it's just like, yeah, we get it. Dark Knight's going to be top, and always like the caption underneath goes like, obviously it's going to be Dark Knight because of Heath Ledger's Joker. I'm like, if that's the only reason it's number 1, but it's not a good Batman movie.
Doesn't that make it a good Joker movie?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, it's a Joker movie. Of course it is.
Yeah.
All right. No one. Italians. I've ruined the lives of so many. I can't be expected to remember them all. Oh, is that the writer guy that no one heard of before?
I guess.
Who are you?
Oh, I just realized I don't actually remember Batman scenes from The Dark Knight. Only Joker scenes.
No one.
It's a Joker movie.
Hawk. I've ruined the lives of so many. I can't be expected to remember them.
That's true.
You didn't ruin my life. You ruined my death.
Oh.
Yeah, Hawk. I know tales from your life. It's definitely true.
Right.
Yes, I turned one person.
I'm breaking this one out.
0 days without us.
I've only posted it when I absolutely fucking mean it.
Yeah.
Anyone after the stream, let us know in the comments if you dare to watch the rest of that video, whether he turns things into socialism or not.
Because we're probably not gonna do any of them.
Tell us what you learned from that video.
Nothing.
9/11.
No, you can't keep saying that.
Oh yeah, I remember people.
11/9.
You can't keep saying the N word, you dumbass.
September 11.
The Lego Batman movie was up there too as best Batman film. I can't remember.
Well, that one.
Wait, really?
It is a really good Batman movie, surprisingly enough.
Which says so much about the more serious ones.
Yeah, well. Anyway, that was the.
Well, Will Arnett is just a blessing.
I mean, in my personal opinion, Dark Knight and Phantasm are still better than it, but it's still really good.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that video was
stupid.
I wouldn't call it gobbledygook. This dude is just fixated on this idea, and he's just trying to see it everywhere, and it does not connect with those examples like true.
Maybe we need to see another video from his channel.
He has no life experience.
Maybe you should like shut the fuck up, Eric.
Anything about real life and what's out there.
Grass.
Right.
He's just read the stupid book and thinks that's life. It's such bullshit.
I feel like he's gonna end up blacklisted.
No, we can't
blacklist. Like, we just don't care. That's all.
Anyway. That was less than 2 hours. We did okay. We got super bored though. I was like, "What is this guy talking about? These examples don't connect." What is the heroic masculine purpose? I don't know. I really don't.
What is the
everything but your house and your family?
I guess I don't know.
I still don't understand what the whole myth thing was, but to be honest with you, the guy could bore for his country, so I'm not interested in ever listening to him ever again. So
anyway, yeah, guys, go to bed, get a nap, whatever you do. Tomorrow's Monday, get stuff.
Gonna go home and rethink my life.
Something like that. After watching this video, you're like,
is Obi-Wan a hero? He has no family.
Okay. Don't watch the trailer.
Well, he had no choice in the matter.
Anyway, interesting. I'm glad we covered this guy. I hope we never do again. Thank you so much for the suggestion. I still want to do a proper Smut Talk or weekend style thing where we focus on one video or do a debate. I love a debate, but we got stuff to do and not everyone wants to do a debate. So formal debates are hard. You have to prepare and get people organized and everyone on time and present evidence and show slides and all that crap. So not for everyone. Anyway, thank you so much. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.